Hey everybody. So I'm gonna do a tarot reading on Doelow. I keep wanna call him Flight Man or Flight Boss. Like I keep wanna call him Doelow the Flight Boss or something like that. But it's Pilotman. So anywho, I don't even know what questions I'm gonna ask. I think I'm gonna kinda like swing it. I'm gonna just ask like the first question is going to be like open-ended. Like, just tell me about him. Maybe his personality or something. Whatever come up, I'll be like, Spirit, show me something about him. And then we're going to go from there. Also, I was reviewing his live. It was a long-ass live. I don't want to post all of that. But I did have some strong opinions about things that he said. A lot of it was in agreement, and a few things I didn't agree with. I'm just gonna post those clips at the end. What I'm gonna do is post what he said and then my response to it. They may not be in order, you know. I'm gonna just go by subject. So maybe in a reading, if it triggers something I remember from that live, I will post it after I say it or whatever. Let me not confuse y'all. I'm gonna just put it at the end, okay? So if you want to check that out, then I will put a timestamp of where that start and go from there, okay? All right. So the first deck I'm using, and I'm gonna post pictures on this one. I'm gonna try to do that more often. I'm using this arch type cards. I'm trying to use my other decks more. Anyways, so the first card I pulled was Liberator. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns. Damn. That's what I seen too when I was watching his live. The next card I pulled is Knight. Loyalty, romance, chivalry, a love of honor. So he is pretty romantic. Even though you don't see it like at front. I remember in one part of his live, he was saying that he don't even know how to be like a normal person, a normal human and stuff like that. I get what he was saying, because I feel the same way in ways, but he is indeed very human with, look at these motherfuckers being loud. Look at this shit. Why that loud? I don't understand. It's the kids. They just be so passionate, full of so much life. It's a beautiful thing. But goddamn. Hush sometimes. Sometimes I be seeing little kids and they just be screaming at the top of they lungs. It's beautiful. I remember being like that and just running around screaming and shit or whatever. But sometimes you like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay. So, he is a romantic person. Definitely. Alright, so we got some shadow attributes here. I feel this too. Smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent mother. Okay, I'm not going to get into the definition of the card too much because it's not fitting 100%, but I'm going to get into the feeling of it. I was saying at one point in his life, like, he need more gentleness, and he need to allow that in his life. Like, he need to allow, like, more light and compassion, because I feel like he have issues with trusting. He do not trust motherfuckers. He also have issues with being understood. So he feels very misunderstood. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like in ways he is. Even with the people that follow him, because you know I read comments and shit. I just be trying to get the energy of the channel. But a lot of the people who follow him are straight seekers. They lost. I'm sorry. They looking for something in him looking for guidance, looking for his light. They want to worship him. People like that don't understand you. So he just carry that energy because, and I just feel like he just don't trust people. He has a lot of blockages when it comes to relationships. Coexisting in peace in relationships, because he's so worked up. He could be so serious some damn times. Alright? Like when he in that live, I was keep saying like, calm down. Calm down just a little bit. Chill. He be so worked up. Like, I understand, I get it, because I'm a passionate person. And when you know, feeling something, you want to express it. And I appreciate seeing that in somebody else. But sometimes he be like so worked up. I feel like it's almost not good for his body. I could start seeing his heart rate increasing. Like, he need to chill a little bit more to give his body a break. He overworked his body. Chill. Slow it down. Chill sometimes. And yeah, the way that I call his blunt the magical joint, because he do a lot of stuff ritualistic. I need some of this rose water. Damn, I don't got it near me. I like to spray it on my neck, because being in his energy feels intense. Like, you know, that's why I really wouldn't, if he liked that all the time, I wouldn't be able to be around him like that. But I would enjoy his company because he has a lot of knowledge. But sometimes people just be wanting to chill, flow and stuff. And I think he knows how to do that. But sometimes he don't feel like people will understand that side of him. Alright, what else? He need more nourishment. He do need to eat better and take better care of his body. He need more nourishment, okay? He need I feel like he actually need more feminine energy around him. And I mean like high vibrational feminine energy. I feel like that would be very helpful to him. Even healing to him, to his body. Like I was saying about ritualistic, I felt like when he took a drink of alcohol, smoked his blunt, it was such in a ritualistic way. When I was looking at it, it felt mathematical to me. Sometimes he way into his masculine energy. I feel like he's almost balanced with masculine and feminine energy, but he could get, it's almost like a meter, and he could get so over in the masculine energy. But if he want people to understand him better, y'all should see the way I'm moving. I'm like, when I be doing these readings, I be moving. When he people could understand him better if he balanced his energy a little bit more, especially when he teaching something. So I feel like he make things overly complicated sometimes, and he may feel like he can't simplify it, but he can. Sometimes I see him do it, not so much on the live that I seen, but those other two videos I looked at, yeah, I could understand him because we share similar point of views, and also I could tap into his energy kind of easily. And even though he talking so fast, I might not be hearing the words, but I'm feeling what he's saying. So that's how I keep up. But I could tell when people can't, because I see them in the comments, and they be trying to break down what he said, and I be like, nah, that ain't what he said. Because some people are listening with their ego. They're not listening, I would say, that like feminine side of themselves, intuition, stuff like that. I need some water. Y'all hear those kids just yelling? I don't know. I think these just be some of the kids over here, because other neighborhoods, I don't be seeing kids yelling like this. But these kids over here. Alright, so shadow attribute, visionary. I already feel what this means, but I'm going to read it. Selling insights to the highest bidder. Compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Let me think and feel on that a little bit more and come back. Y'all, this is real deep. Woof. Chow, 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 chow. Ooh, chow. Alright, so I was noticing this too. I even commented on it in the live. And it was with him reading people messages when they like send money. I don't like this in any live. But I could see sometimes, okay, for one, if you're going to send money and donate, okay then. But they be sending in like questions and stuff like that. that is so unrelated. It completely throws him off track and slows him down, right? But I feel like he has to give a certain type of energy a change with people who he feel like appreciate him. But nah, they kind of like sucking him dry. So his version of, like, a lot of times I hear him say soul group, but the energy he putting out and the people that he is claiming, and just because somebody watch him doesn't mean that they is his soul group. But I get what he's saying, because you're attracted to him for a reason. Like, I'm moving my hands like energy, like waves, because that's what it feels like. A pull or something like that. Like with me and him, I feel like there's some type of familiarity. But it's not necessarily what he's showing, is the feeling, the energy that he giving out and he receiving in return. I don't feel like his light is being fed as much as he give it, if that makes sense. And I feel like he may be misplacing some of his value on his soul group. So he's so prideful. Oof, I'm feeling that he is so prideful. But he has a lot of things balanced within him that you don't see a whole lot. So if it feels like I'm judging him, I'm not judging him. All of us have our flaws, our blockages, or whatever. I also feeling like people look at him superhuman, supernatural, but he is human. People making noise. I can't stand it. Okay. So, it's like he feel like he can't fail sometimes. He do have something wizard-like about him. Definitely. I remember making a comment about how his joint stayed lit for so long. Like, I smoked papers. He seemed like he smoked like Black and Miles, and I can't even handle that. Oh, it's so harsh. It's so damn harsh. Papers burn quicker though. But I'm telling you, like, if y'all go and look at the way he be smoking and drinking, it's very ritualistic. Alright, let's get some more cards, because I think I'll mention everything on these 4 cards. Okay, so I'm pulling some more cards. I'm gonna got my rose water. You know, the other good thing about rose water is that it makes you more attractive, especially to higher vibrational people. Like, it's an attractive scent on you. Just rose water alone, that rose scent. Cause, oh, hold on. Let me just focus on this. I ain't gonna get into that. Okay, so he could also be defensive sometimes. Don't really like to admit when he wrong sometimes. Oh, child, 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 child. Mm. Okay, so when I was talking about him giving basically a lot of his light away and not being feed back correctly, um, he have a mentality that he's smarter than a lot of people, and I feel like he is correct. He feel like he don't see the world in the same way than a lot of people, and I feel like he is correct. But it also makes him guarded and arrogant at times, and don't like to really admit him being wrong. Also have a lot on his mind, and this Knight of Swords came up under this Knight card. Look, look at this. I'm gonna take pictures. And then look what fell under the Mother card, the Queen of Cups. Hmm. Ooh, that one to fall out. Look at this with his romantic ass. This King of Cups here. Oh, look at this. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Divine counterparts. I think that he's either like dating somebody. Like, I didn't even really want to talk about his personal life because I was gonna be respectful. But I'm just saying he is dating somebody or gonna meet this Queen of Cups here. And that shit would change his world. He would start to heal and be healthy and all that type of shit. And then I think publicly he gonna become like more romantic because of this. He also gonna feel more human because of this. Mm. But he gonna have to change some things in his mentality. Like, I feel like he could like push people away because he's guarded. Mm. Look at this card. Life is a constant battle. You never seem to get a break. Your heart will be heavy. You doubt your own worth. You're You are overextended and overcommitted. Ooh. You will be tested, no rest from your burdens. Your responsibilities are suffocating you. I feel like he be in that energy sometimes. He really need to chill. He need to chill sometimes. I feel like that's what making him sick. Not calming his energy enough. Always so riled up. Chill sometimes. Calm the fuck down sometimes. Stop smoking that sativa. Get you some indica. And I do feel like right now his heart is a little heavy. I feel like he's going through his own dark night of the soul, which is understandable. I feel like he do have like some concerns, and he also don't like to burden other people with his problems. He don't like to be looked at as a victim, but he's in the need of understanding. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. So he's already is starting to move away from things that burden him too much. I feel like somebody could have had betrayed him in some type of way, or an end of a relationship or something. So he is moving away from that. Mm, mm. Alright, so I ain't finna tell all his business. Like I said, I got respect for him. But some good advice is that he needs to not worry about not a motherfucking thing what nobody else have to say. I feel like maybe he had been open and vulnerable to somebody that now he feel like he can't trust, and that could change the way that people perceive him and stuff. He needs to not fucking worry about that shit at all. Alright, let's move along. So what other questions? I wish I had people here to ask. Alright, so I decided to ask the question, what is his purpose? What is his purpose? Move these cards out the way. My favorite deck now is Quick and Easy Tarot, because the writings on them be tripping me out. It's a very blunt definitions on these decks, but they keep it real. They fit my personality. So alright, what is his purpose, Spirit? Oh, like they don't wanna fall out. Ooh. So I got the Five of Wands, the Sun, and the High Priestess. Let me fill this out, and then I'll be back. Okay, so his life is difficult. And that's like just a part of his contract, because he needs to know how to overcome things, because he is a liberator. What's those cards I got? A liberator and a knight. He has the energy of a knight. Something like coming with a message, coming to save people, save souls. So it's gonna cause a lot of conflict in his life, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of lessons that need to be learned, and a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. But he came here with so much of his energy. So he has the endurance to overcome whatever. But it weighs him down at times. He needs to find proper coping mechanisms. He needs to get in touch with being more human. He needs to do that. Okay, so I got this Sun card. I feel like he teach people how to have peace, but I don't understand why he feel like he in such a rush. It's like he feels like he in a rush of what? I don't understand why he feels like he in a rush. I don't really feel like he should feel like he in a rush either. Yeah. I remember in the live, he was saying stuff that made me think of like end times or whatever like that. But I feel like that's like a dog chasing his tail. That's like the energy, the image that I got. Like, I do feel like he is caught up in some ideals, that it would be healthy for him to let go. I feel like that's part of his lesson. Because his job is to change the minds and the vibration of people so that we can all vibrate higher. But sometimes he tilts her on the fence of installing fear. And he doesn't have to do that if he balances himself. Once he like really get into the energy of balance himself, he will start to teach the lesson differently. But he's here to raise the vibrations of people, to shine a light on people, egos and fears and stuff like that, their own blockages. But he still got work to do, like on himself. And I feel like he come in more and more to that awareness. He's a great suppressor. He know how to suppress shit, but that be making him sick. He has a beautiful spirit, but he need to chill some fucking times. Like, chill the fuck out sometimes. I need clarity for this high priestess right here. He be overloading himself. He be overworking his body. He be pushing people away sometimes. He be doing that shit. He be doing that shit right there. Like, he's very intuitive with this high priestess card. Very, very, very intuitive. Not just that, he's very analytical. So he analyzing every motherfucking thing. Sometimes he need to not even do that shit. Because he know better than anybody else that what this shit is. But, you know, sometimes he could get caught up. Sometimes he be really exhausting himself. He overcommits. This a constant thing coming up. He overcommits to things. He need to protect his energy more, and he needs to protect his light more. He gonna have to learn how to be more selective, and also accept the fact that he is also looking for something. You are not above that. Nobody is. Purpose. Yeah, I already gave the purpose. He's here to heal humanity. He's a healer above all else. Change people's perspective, their point of views, to live in a heavenly vibration. The more people, and he does have a light, he attracts people to him. So the problem is that he is being worshipped and he getting used to that. That will fucking change your energy. And he not doing it in like a narcissistic way like Alihio. It's more like he don't really know how to redirect that energy of people wanting to worship him and always come to him for solutions and answers and shit like that. Like, tell motherfuckers to ask you about your motherfucking day. Tell motherfuckers you need them to ask you, how are you? Shit. Teach them how you want to be treated. But he in this night energy, so he always coming to the fucking rescue and shit, and he feel like he has to be in that position. Nah, see, that's part of toxic masculinity. Men feeling like they can't really be vulnerable. Men feeling like they can't really express themselves on an emotional level. Say what they really motherfucking need. Child. Get some of this rose water. It's called Edify Me. It's by Oil Gold. That's her IG. It be calming me down. Make me smell good. And it's organic. Well, I don't have any more questions, y'all. So I'm gonna wrap it up. So now I'm gonna play in some clips from the live that I was reviewing. If you want to watch, up to you. And if anybody have questions, because that's my biggest blockage. I don't be knowing what to ask sometimes. But if you suggest me a question, I would really love some high vibrational ones. Like if you want some juicy details, then go ahead, ask me the question. Because sometimes I like juicy details too. But I hope by now people know my mind and what I like. Like, I like real deep questions. They could be like some deep metaphysical, I don't give a fuck. Like, how do you see this person on the eighth dimension or something? What soul level this person in? Something, I don't know. Whatever the fuck. But weird questions, whatever, I don't care. Like kinky questions, I don't care. But yeah, I would love for people to suggest me questions for anybody or whatever. Like on these celebrities and stuff. Yeah, I do a read on Megan Thee Stallion about what's going on in her life, but let's get into something deep. What can we learn about this situation? You know? Stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Hey everybody. So I'm up here watching this Doelow Pilotman live, and he cracking me up. He been yelling since the beginning of the live. He talking real shit though, but he just so passionate. You know, he has so much fire in him, like just fire. So this live is long as fuck, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy how much I want to enjoy it and record on it and respond. If I pick up on anything intuitively, then I speak about it. But I actually just want to get high and have a kiki and laugh and shit and be cool. So I already watched 11 minutes of it and I'm not going to go back. So I suggest y'all go back and y'all watch his video.
Right now, I'm just using this as a narrative. You got Protestant and dumbass religious people with all kind of tattoos and shit and all this kind of motherfucking shit and take shrooms for spiritual enlightenment and then take what the shadow government and Masons taught them on what it means to take these things and see colors and this is part of the new age and shit and then be able to use it for motherfucking arguments, yet have a motherfucker sitting here smoking weed and drinking for my motherfucking health and cursing the way I curse, yet they try to say I'm damnation for hell and I'm the archdemon Uriel, yet that's a fucking contradiction. You got a tattoo. You took a fucking shroom.
Ooh, child. I wasn't expecting a weak ass pen to hit me like that. Ooh. Alright, let's get it.
You into apologetics. You the fucking demon. Who the fuck is you talking to? You lost in the world, bitch. Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
I'm not talking to you. I'm fighting demons right now. That ain't got nothing to do with my soul, especially my soul group. But no newcomer or nothing like that. When I'm fighting demons, I'm in a whole different space right now. I'm killing virtues and principles right now. Said nobody got the right to take what I'm talking about personal. You don't got the right. And if you feel like you got that power and that strength, step up to the esoteric motherfucking plate. You don't want that problem. Trust me. You don't want that problem. You ain't that problem. You ain't that intelligent. You chill out. Chill the fuck out. All right? You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
I'm not
Just
sure
like
who he talking about
Joe
though.
Sleepy ass Biden up here having an inauguration, and like I said, it was way more motherfucking military officers there than motherfucking people. Only people in the fucking audience is people who in Congress. People like Obama and all these. He had a motherfucking soul group meetup. That was no motherfucking inauguration. That was a motherfucking soul group meetup. Handful of people who fuck with you, and y'all all met up. That's what Joe Biden just fucking had. You know what I'm saying? Get your monkey ass the fuck out of the presidency. Look, we don't need nobody like that in no goddamn presidency. He can't bring no fuck. And I ain't saying bring Trump in there. I'm saying this whole motherfucking shit is shot. This shit's a dub. This shit is over with. Thank you so much for the donation.
Hey everybody. So I'm up here watching this Doelow Pilotman live, and he cracking me up. He been yelling since the beginning of the live. He talking real shit though, but he just so passionate. You know, he has so much fire in him, like just fire. So this live is long as fuck, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy how much I want to enjoy it and record on it and respond. If I pick up on anything intuitively, then I speak about it. But I actually just want to get high and have a kiki and laugh and shit and be cool. So I already watched 11 minutes of it and I'm not going to go back. So I suggest y'all go back and y'all watch this video.
You right now, I'm just using this as a narrative. You can have Protestant and dumbass religious people with all kind of tattoos and shit and all this kind of motherfucking shit and take shrooms for spiritual enlightenment and then take what the shadow government and Masons taught them on what it means to take these things and see colors and this is part of the new age and shit and then be able to use it for motherfucking arguments, yet have a motherfucker sitting here smoking weed and drinking for my motherfucking health and cursing the way I curse, yet they try to say I'm damnation for hell and I'm the archdemon Uriel, yet that's a fucking contradiction. You got a tattoo. You took a fucking shroom.
Ooh, child. I wasn't expecting a weak ass pen to hit me like that. Ooh. Alright, let's get it.
You into apologetics. You the fucking demon. Who the fuck is you talking to? You lost in the world, bitch. Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
I say that, I'm not talking to you. I'm fighting demons right now. Demons, I ain't got nothing to do with my soul, especially my soul group. But no newcomer or nothing like that. When I'm fighting demons, I'm in a whole different space right now. I'm killing virtues and principles right now. Said nobody got the right to take what I'm talking about personal. You don't got the right. And if you feel like you got that power and that strength, step up to the esoteric motherfucking plate. You don't want that problem. Trust me. You don't want that problem. You ain't that problem. You ain't that intelligent. You chill out. Chill the fuck out. All right? You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
I'm not
Just
sure
like
who he talking about,
Joe
though.
Sleepy ass Biden up here having an inauguration, and like I said, it was way more motherfucking military officers there than motherfucking people. Only people in the fucking audience is people who in Congress. People like Obama and all these. He had a motherfucking soul group meetup. That was no motherfucking inauguration. That was a motherfucking soul group meetup. Handful of people who fuck with you, y'all all met up. That's what Joe Biden just fucking had. You know what I'm saying? Get your monkey ass the fuck out of the presidency. Look, we don't need nobody like that in no goddamn presidency. He can't bring no fuck. And I ain't saying bring Trump in there. I'm saying this whole motherfucking shit is shot. This shit's a dub. This shit is over with. Thank you so much for the donation.
I do agree with that. I look at politics kind of like I look at sports or whatever. Like, it's fun to watch and stuff, but I don't take that shit seriously. I mean, I do take shit seriously as in I pay attention of how it's gonna affect my lives and my loved ones, even my people, you know. So I pay attention, but do I believe in this shit? Do I take it as seriously as some people I see out here? Hell motherfucking no. I feel like all politicians are evil. Half the time when I'm looking at their motherfucking ass, they don't even look real to me. So I be watching like my parents. They sit up and they watch news 24 hours a day. I can't even stand that shit. Ooh, child, hell motherfucking no. My spirit is too fucking sensitive to be watching news all day. My mama's is too, but she just don't be fucking listening. She have like, I feel like she have an addiction to news, to be real. But I be telling her the reason why you have all this fucking anxiety and shit is because you be watching that. And she be so serious about it. You know, she's like a Obama fan and shit and all of that. And every time I'm trying to talk some sense in her, like, mama, none of these politicians got your back. What the fuck has Obama do for you? What he did for you, mama? Come on now. Let's be real. And you know what she say? She turn around and say to me all the fucking time. That's how I know that it's a fucking programming. She turned around and said to me, "You will see." I'll be like, man, alright, fuck it. Some stuff I don't even try to fight my people on. I just be like, you know what? Alright. But I still be keeping them protected in my own motherfucking way. Fuck all that other shit.
Your Sasa's moon pan Christ. He said, but weed is a psychedelic. Weed ain't no psychedelic. What you talking about? Talking about. You know what I'm saying? Herbs is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Wine is in the Bible. But I ain't hearing nothing about no shrooms in the Bible. I got a Bible right here. Got one right here. I ain't seen nothing about no shrooms. I ain't seen nothing.
He's so fucking passionate. Oh my god. It just cracks me the fuck up. He said, I got a Bible right here. I just had a serious thought about the Bible. But anyways, let's go.
About no extra curriculum shit. I seen herbs, I seen wine and shit like that's what I seen. You know what I'm saying? That's what I seen. I don't know about what other people's. They some tell you they do it before you get into lost in conspiracies and shit like that. Like, oh, it was voter fraud. That's why he in there and they hate Trump. Before you get lost into all that, you need to understand all of this shit was purposely planned out. This ain't no shit that they doing sporadically, like they're explaining to you on the news, like it's just some new shit happening every other day and every fucking week. This shit is motherfucking planned out, scheduled. Do you got a business? Last time I checked, when you starting a business, you well oiling, planning out shit. Ain't no such thing as motherfuckers run the whole country as a fucking corporation and it's this new shit happening every fucking week. This shit is planned out. Is you retarded? Is you dumb, deaf, blind sheep for a week? Which one? You have to pick one. You gotta pick one, because it's one of those. And it ain't showing intelligence. Real shit. Thank you so much for...
I mean, all of it being planned out is like the only thing that makes sense in the world. I don't understand why anybody wouldn't understand that. I mean, how you think they control everything? They map this shit out. In order to control people to the point that they get comfortable with living in discomfort in hell, there is some fucking mind games and manipulation in that. It's a narcissistic ass energy. That's what it is. So yeah, I mean, what he's saying is the truth. I don't even be listening to people who don't think like that. Usually, I don't got no fucking patience. People who think like that, I won't even get to the point where I know that they think like that. I'm to the point that I just be filling them out for a little bit and be like, yeah, eventually, yeah, they think like that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And that shit goes beyond motherfucking weed and liquor and this motherfucking shit. So you do any motherfucking thing and shit like that. You could be too goddamn religious. That go too goddamn far. You ain't doing that in moderation. You ain't giving that a goddamn break. See what I'm saying? It don't matter what you do. You gonna manifest some trial and tribulation going too far into anything. So that lets you know virtues and principles is above anything a person is lost in the world in. You see what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the donation, Francisco, Ariel, Jerry Jr. You'll be free. You gotta be free in this motherfucker. And that means mentally free, not being in no mental cage, aka worldview. Convince you don't know anything without a motherfucking worldview. Then who gave you your motherfucking worldview? Because last time I checked, I was born without no worldview. I was just looking at the world. And thank God I ain't had nobody in my life influencing me with no dumbass worldview. Thank God. Me even said thank God is part of a fucking worldview. But like I said, thank God. Shit.
Yeah, me too. My parents was very open, and I appreciate that too.
Motherfuckers don't even know how to look at the world no other kind of way but Jewish mysticism, and then take a Jewish mysticism way to look at the world to think that they're looking at the world in another way. It's lost pyramid scheme. You know what I'm saying? And even the people who even into African civilizations and things, African spirituality right now, all of that is Greek. All of that is Greek. Do you dump that blind sheep or we pick one? Pick one. You got to pick one. Pick one of them. For real. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Hebrew is Greek. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Didn't Bobby Hemmett tell y'all that? Ain't no motherfucking sense down here. This shit is lostness down here. There ain't nothing but getting more lostness and more lostness. Based upon me seeing that weak ass inauguration with 10 people in the fuck.
Him like drinking and smoking is almost so like mathematical at times. Like it's a ritualistic thing. The way that he does it, I can't really explain it, you know. You got to watch him and feel what he doing. So feeling what he doing is very intentional.
Crowd. Why the fuck you got 2,500 military soldiers there with 15 people in the crowd? Something gonna have to make sense. Something gonna have to make sense. That don't make sense to me. All these fake ass likes and fake ass comments cheering on Joe Biden. You ain't even had that a day ago. How you only got a gang of likes and a gang of people that supporting you on the day of that inauguration? But every other news outlet who don't fuck with their comments as much, you still got the most dislikes. You still the most hated old man. You know what I'm saying? So it don't mean you barely can fucking read. He up there scripting for a day of his fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Barely can even say what the fuck. He up there pausing, saying filler words and shit like that, not even reaching quotas and shit like that. He done fucked up how our reaction and responses to the shit. He's supposed to be up there hitting points, certain words, add a vibration to it, downtone it, pause. He fucked all that up. We can't even react to what he's saying right. So the people who writing the scripts and shit like that, like, oh man, Joe Biden.
See, he explaining it in such a masculine way, but he is talking about the energy of it. Like, I feel like us divine feminine, we will see that and we will like feel it, like can't vibe with it and stuff like that. He telling you technically how he should have had operated, hitting certain points that it will feel in a vibration that is good to us, that make us feel like accepting him. But the way that he doing, by like stuttering, getting lost and stuff, it start to subconsciously make us lose trust in him. So, which is true. So what he really is saying is that all of this is a motherfucking game any motherfucking ways, but he seemed to be disappointed in the fact that they doing such a bad job at it. And then he disappointed at the fact that people still believe, even though how bad they fucking up in front of our eyes. I do understand the frustration.
It up, but we reacting so strongly, they're still considering it like it's a good idea because they like, well, damn, but people out here in an uproar for it, so hey, let's keep going with it. You know what I'm saying? They like that's like big old directors.
I don't know if I'd be able to handle a long time. He got so much energy. Like my hands starting to shake. It's just a lot of energy. It's not a good or bad thing or whatever. It's just a lot. I would have to take, when he in like this, when he this hype, I will only have to take like bits and pieces of him at a time. Break it up at a time.
Thank you so much for the donation, Natural Market E. He said, why do this think the color purple worn by woman was so prominent in the inauguration?
I think it's interesting that when he read other people's comments, he have to slow down to comprehend it. He have a lot of energy. Like, I know that he called himself the Archangel Ariel. Now, I could take that as a lot of different ways. Everything is just energy. I mean, you could really claim any vibration or whatever. That's just a vibration that he choosing to take on, right? But I guess you would say he has an angelic spark about him because he just has so much of his energy, you know. Somebody did email me after I released the other recording, and they told me that he was really sick at one point. You know, I do be seeing that in people who have like a lot of their energy. Sometimes it's like their body have a hard time maintaining that energy. So yeah, they can have like dysfunctions in the body and all of that, which is unfortunate. But that's why right now they are already mutating cells to have bodies that can take on more energy. But though I could only say that those bodies gonna be available to a certain percentage of people.
Thank you for your time. You said, why do you think the color purple was wrong? Right.
But they will bleed over to everyday population after some time. Those enhanced bodies. Man, I gotta start writing down stuff I talk about. Alright, I guess I would title this an energy reading, because I am starting to tap into that energy a lot. I can't help it. When I watch him, it like automatically put me in that energy to read energy. Because I have to, like, because he talks so fast, for me to keep up, I have to read his energy.
Purple, burgundy, pink, anything dealing with the womb. You know what I'm saying? Those are the first colors coming out of darkness. So red would be the first masculine out of the darkness, the first alpha out of the darkness. So if you're looking in a Bible and hearing any type of anthropomorphized story describing these people as red, you need to know they talk about a fucking star, not no fucking people.
Calm
Motherfuckers don't know how to
down.
read the Bible if they like, depending on the
Oh
motherfucking
my
shit.
goodness. Okay, let me comment on that. I definitely fucking agree. I say that too. There was some time, some years ago, that I used to do like Bible study with like an Israelite. So they read like the Apocrypha and shit. So they correlate the Apocrypha with the rest of the Bible. Now, the Apocrypha is like texts of the Bible that King James took out, or somebody took that shit out. But it's a lot more than that. But during that time, let me tell you, I ran from that shit. I went to that church like twice, as long as motherfucking hell. They be violating you. They check your bag before you get in. They ask you, what is your race? And if you are mixed. And then they go by the race of your dad or whatever. So, man, what the fuck ever. So, so they believe in the 12 tribes of Judah. Let me write that down. And the 12 tribes of Judah is a mixture of Black, Latin, I think maybe even Asian cultures. Now, only G's. Oh my goodness, let me clear my motherfucking throat. Shit. Alright, so they believe that only the 12 tribes of Judah is going to get into the kingdom of heaven, not white people, because they are the part of the Edomites, which is like a descendant of Esau. And then I'm glad he brought this shit up when he said when people talking about red. So he feel like everything that's in there, he said it was talking about a star. So I guess that's his esoteric way of looking at it. To me, I look at it as energy, whatever. So when they describe Esau, they say that he was red all over like a hairy garment. And I guess that's the only description of a skin tone itself from, like, I think what, Jesus. They talked about his skin tone, his curly hair and shit. So they feel like Esau was the first white man, and then he went off and created the Edomites, and then the Edomites made God mad, and God cut them off by a sword, meaning cutting off their access to the kingdom of heaven and all that shit. Alright, now that also means something else to me, but basically what I'm saying is that during that time of studying with them, I learned so much. So much, so I'm very appreciative. But I remember the second time, and I feel like the only reason I went twice is because knowledge. I don't know. I was looking for experience. But I mean, god damn, my throat. So, I mean, the church service was like 6 hours long. Like, oh my goodness. When I got fed up is when they was complaining about how I was doing the Jewish prayer. I didn't say nothing because I didn't know it. They told me that I should have tried. And I was thinking like, you rather me to sit here and be mumbling some shit I don't know versus not saying nothing? So that was the first thing that pushed my button. The next thing that pushed my button is fucking how long the service is. I left during the break, and when I was leaving, it's almost like they could feel me. It's almost like they could feel me. So they was asking me like, yo, sister, are you coming back? Are you coming back? And I'm looking at them like, yeah, I'm coming back. Line my motherfucking ass off. Because I don't know. What, like, does it matter if I'm coming back or not? Why can't I just leave without you questioning me? Shit. So I didn't come back. The next day, the person that even invited me to the church in the first place, they asked for their products back. They gave me like a DVD, and that was fucking it. And I was like, what? He was like, I would like to get the DVD back. And I was like, man, I'm not finna be doing all this shit with y'all. What's wrong with me having a DVD now? And they was like, well, you walked out of the kingdom of heaven and you didn't come back and you didn't return and all this other shit. And I'm like, man, motherfucker, look. You know what? And I never even watched that DVD. I don't know where is it at. I'm hoping that it's pop up somewhere. It probably pop up in my mama closet or something like that, so I could go back and watch it, because they was cultish, like, but I never got that deep in it, because just those two things was enough for me to get the fuck up out of there. I was feeling suffocated and caged. I had to get the fuck out.
So when you hear other shit like mythologies, the Red Star and all that motherfucking shit, you know what they piggybacking off and harnessing more energy into it based upon the further we go into civilizations. You know, so it's all the same fucking shit. Not it's all the same God and everybody copying and stealing from the Christian worldview. No, the Christian worldview and every other worldview came from a particular system. Men and women creating signs and symbols. Motherfucker. Thank you so much for the donation, Archangel. Real shit. Unless you about to come up with some la la land argument that the God you believe in came to them through their visions and they had charismatic gifts or something. But it's all lostness, because you still can't prove to me that they wasn't talking to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you get ready to tell.
Yeah, that is a motherfucking fact. I feel exactly the motherfucking same, bitch. That's a motherfucking fact. Like, when people, like, let's say that you go to somebody and they try to debate you on religion, they want to debate you with the Bible, and they reading you scriptures, like, all the motherfucking time, and I'm like, what that shit is gonna fucking do? You ain't proving shit to me by reading out of that fucking Bible. Okay? Prove to me that it's real. Like, prove to me that your version of it is real. Because I have my own version. That shit is just fucking energy. And when you get into, like, you know, Psalms and all of that and shit like that, it becomes ritualistic and shit like that. Like, they had altars and all that shit. So, I mean, shit. Like, anyways.
Me that somebody else was talking to themselves, and when they was talking to themselves, they was receiving messages from somebody outside of themselves. How you in your brain inside your body gonna explain that to somebody else? That's the dumbest shit in the world. But that's these motherfucking 2,000-year-old arguments. They just look like other terms, like hypostatic union and all that. They just look like other terms, but it really boils down to a motherfucker trying to convince you that they know what was going on in somebody else's mind. End of the day, period. Whether they done took that to the most highest level, aka anthropomorphizing the concept of all possibilities. So they made a person out of a disembodied brain or energy or not even an energy, out of a potential. They done made a person out of this in some way, shape, or form, and then they about to tell you how they can know how it thinks. While in the same breath telling you they can't never know how it thinks. Get your confused ass out my motherfucking face. Thank you so much for the donation, Junior Ramon. And that's it. Throw your religion away. Throw it all away. It ain't no you finding the truth or somewhere else and this is the better way you can convey it. No, throw it all away. It's all wrong. The more you try to do that, you get lost. Lucifer, left brain logic. You said I was disputing against apologetic, felt my energy being drained. They energy vampires. They in hell, so they're gonna try to put you in hell, aka make it seem like you don't make sense. So when they try to make it seem like you don't make sense is part of matter, sensories of the world. So they try to get you to worship flesh.
Yeah, that's a motherfucking fact. So, what he is saying is that when somebody gaslights you, they is putting you in hell. I say this shit all the time. They is putting you in their vibration. They is making you feel how they want you to feel. People can't see that shit is hell. That's what I'm saying. People can't see that shit. Sometimes I be like, people can't really see that shit as hell. Like, when I'm watching the carbonation shit, I'm like, that's the only way to explain what is happening. And it's sad that they can't realize they in hell. And I don't feel like I never been like that. Like, I feel like my soul is too sensitive to hell. Just like when I was in that situation with the Hebrew Israelites and shit like that, I was able to walk away and get out of the fucking situation because I don't got no motherfucking patience. I ain't never had motherfucking patience when I think about it.
In some way, shape, or form. And if you can't logically interpret the spiritual energies that you be interpreting, and you can't like sufficiently convey your meaning of how you interpret your perspective and how you perceive things, they're gonna start to cast stones. They're gonna really be demons, really be Satans, really try to put you in hell. Oh, you stupid, you need to come and think like me and worship my Lord in Christ, and you're gonna go to damnation, you're gonna go to hell. Get your motherfucker, shut your ass up. You're the first person gonna get popped in your fucking head. You better believe it.
He is so fiery, my goodness. Like, he picked up his foot and stumped it. He was so in it. Like, I wish a motherfucker would.
All you Protestants, all you motherfuckers, first motherfuckers gonna get popped in your fucking head. Thank you so much for the donation. Frequency Flow 33. We in 2021 now. It's over. It's done. We for real now. We about to bring it back to what they was doing 2,000 years ago. I dare one of these motherfuckers try to hang me upside down on the cross. I dare you. Your whole generation is gone. I'm gonna show you motherfuckers. I think this shit reality and
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna tell y'all that visual it put in my head. I had a visual of them trying to, and him just talking mad shit or whatever. It wasn't the best visual, but it was funny enough.
it's fake. I'm gonna show you motherfuckers. Thank you so much for the donation. Frequency Flow 33. He said, I had a dream last night. I was walking to Soul Group meetup. On the way, ran into you, and you joined me walking down the street. Meeting. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I probably was there. Shit. And I'm telling y'all, Protestants and all these, they the 21st century demons. Don't come to me start talking about the
I don't know who the Protestants is, but I do want to look it up. I ain't gonna do it right now. I'ma fight the urge. I'ma fight the urge. I'ma write it down though. I'm feeling like it must be like a Christian sector or something like that.
You need this, that, and the third. You will be dead. We don't even care about life no more in 2021. It's just getting that deep. Fuck all that shit. And we got motherfuckers up here willing to shoot motherfuckers with viruses and vaccines and they motherfucking arms in this motherfuckers. Oh, that's it. I don't got no sympathy for shit. Not even nobody who believe in that shit. Fuck that. No, that's the case. I don't even want to live in this world. This shit is phony. You know what I'm saying? Or it's gonna be some real shit. Either way. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Damn, that's how I be motherfucking feeling, bitch. That's how I be fucking feeling. Like, I don't even want to be here no more. I don't even want to be in this motherfucker. And when I be talking to people that is like similar to me and stuff, they be saying the same shit. And it's not like on some suicidal, depressed type shit or whatever. It's on some like, man, I'm just ready to log the fuck out. Like, shit, I'm tired. This shit getting old. It's like that.
church service. Then next, being sworn in. Listen, if y'all don't know how to take those words and understand how that's a big old ceremony, and they use ceremony, the word, then I'm done. I'm done. If you about to sit up here and still be a dumbass Protestant talk about, oh yeah, they stole it for Trump and they stole it, you lost. You need to get popped in your head too, for real. You don't need to live. You're not using your mind right. You're not using your word. You're not using your presence right. If you about to sit here and just lead the blind and continue to be blind and use logic and dumbass shit like you don't deserve to live. Period. Thank you so much for the donation, Andrea Rogers. You deserve to be hung on a fucking cross.
And I feel like he mean that in a symbolic way. You know, he's saying that you don't deserve to live. That means that you don't deserve to have your mind to be free so you can really live and have happiness and peace. So, I mean, shit, yeah. Free will. You have that fucking option. And you know, people be thinking that them choosing to suffer is making the right choice. And that'd be the craziest shit I ever seen. It's almost like a fucking illness.
I know that the letter J didn't exist. It didn't even exist. The letter J come from Jewish mysticism because they want y'all to worship Jupiter, aka back then it was the father, but now it's Jupiter, and the Jews is since they authorized that shit, they know the Catholic Church or whatever like that is the second coming. AKA they created the virtues and the principles, and then now they got a temple for it, the Catholic Church or whatever like that. And here's where you get into exaltation energy or Jesus or Christ or all that 12th house shit and things of that nature, and us worshiping Jupiter or the feminine side of Jupiter, which is Pisces, and it's all kind of lostness and shit like that, or July or June, and with their Jewish months. Thank you so much for the donation, Soul Power Genesis. You said it's like the game where the whisper in you neighbor ear, and by that time you get the message back, it's distorted as fuck, lost. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's lost as hell. Thank you so much for the donation. Lucky number 7. You said my mother got to text me asking if one.
Nah, that wasn't right. Not the way that I've just perceived it. They saying that the original message went down the line and got distorted, and now the version of we have it today is all messed up. I thought he was saying that it was lostness because believing in the story in the first fucking place, even the original version of the story. It's not that the story is confused or messed up or whatever like that. It's the fact that if you get lost in those fucking principles and all that other shit, you know what he said, principles and virtues, you get lost in their shit, then that means that you lost, because you're supposed to be focused on your own light. I mean, that's the way I perceive that shit. Because every time that you give your power away to like another light source, that light source, that story, whatever, was created by energy. And when you give your light to that energy that created it is feeding off of your light and transmuting it into whatever. But you just feeding that light and making it more powerful while you are being fucking drained. So you shouldn't even give a fuck about that story. Like, create your own or whatever. Or you could listen to the story and make it make sense in your own motherfucking way. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna end it right here. There was more clips from that live, but you no need to get all of them. I said mostly what I said in the reading. So, y'all stay blessed, y'all.